I think one of the craziest things about Covenant Eyes, which is the computer monitoring and filtering software that the Duggars use on their devices, it's not just that it doesn't work that well, like it's just a horrible product, and it's also super glitchy. It's that the founder and creator's stepson was caught being a kid creep online. The thing about the Covenant Eyes software is that it's pretty easy to install, it's very straightforward, and it is pretty cheap, which is very appealing to a lot of people. But the problem is, it's not that great of a product. So not only does it work by like filtering the internet itself and like stopping, whoever's using the computer or device that it's put on, so you can use it on mobile phones too, from being able to access certain content, it also monitors what you are watching. So in case you're not looking at like explicit stuff, but things that would be considered adult in nature to some people. So what happens is the program will go through and it'll like just randomly take pictures of what you're viewing on your phone, your tablet, your computer, whatever it is. It takes about 2, 3, 4 pictures a minute. I want to say it's about 3 or 4, and you don't know when those pictures are going to be taken. And then it runs through AI to see, if there's any images that you should not be looking at. And a lot of those images, the things that like flag it as you should be looking at this, are things like exposed chests, collarbones, bare midriffs. There's a certain amount of leg that you can't see either. And if the system notices that, it will flag it and it will take note of it. And then in the weekly report that is sent automatically from the program to your accountability buddy that you signed up with when you signed up for the program, I think they call them allies within Covenant Eyes, they get notified of what it was that you were looking at. And then that turns to a conversation. Was this okay for you to look at? Was it not? How is this not okay? Like it uses not just like internet policing, but it also uses like that social accountability as well. Covenant Eyes is known for being super glitchy. There'll be days, multiple days in a row where it'll just randomly decide, I'm not going to work. Or depending on your device, it'll say, I'm not going to let you access the internet at all. Screw you, it doesn't matter. It also has a tendency to flag a lot of things that shouldn't be flagged, but it also won't pick up on a bunch of other things, like stuff that maybe should have been picked up on. There's a lot of issues with Covenant Eyes also, I want to say was on like Android devices, where there's a lot of concerns by the, phone manufacturers on if Covenant Eyes should be allowed to be on their phones, because it was a matter of security and were they taking information they shouldn't have, spyware, stuff like that. It was actually taken out of app stores for a little while, but then it was eventually brought back in. You know what? It might have been Google. It was Google. I just looked it up. The app also heavily polices the female body, but men's bodies, good to go. But you would think that the owner of the company, the man who created this product, him and his whole family would be really headstrong on that Christian faith of theirs that led them to be creating this app, right? Wrong. In July of this year, the owner of Covenant Eyes' stepson was on an app and he came across who he thought was a 14-year-old girl. They started trading some messages. He was getting information about her, and that eventually led to them exchanging phone numbers and him talking to her, and there were a bunch of very explicit text messages. He was asking for pictures and they planned to meet up. If you're a millennial or older, you know exactly where this is going. You see, this wasn't a 14-year-old girl that he was talking to. This was a police officer who was posing online as a 14-year-old girl trying to catch kid creeps. It was very To Catch a Predator style. So this man, the stepson of the founder of Covenant Eyes, pulls up to the designated meeting spot and the cops immediately surround his car. They pull him out, they arrest him, and on one of his devices, I'm not sure if it was like a phone, a computer, a tablet, but on an internet-connected device, they found multiple images and videos of underage children. Y'all know where we're going with this. That happened back in October, and this man has now been charged with 8 different felonies, a few of which carry maximum life sentences. Now, the judge did grant him bail, and he was sprung out of the big house, but who was it that funded his release? None other than his stepfather, the creator and founder of Covenant Eyes, whose program was designed to stop this kind of shit from happening in the very first place.